Press the bell icon on the YouTube app to ensure you never miss a new video from Newslaundry.
Welcome to Clothesline, my dear viewers of Clothesline, the show where we wring them clean, string them up and put them to dry on the clothesline. What a morning it is. I don't know what the nation wants to know, but today the joke has just begun and is on you, the viewers. When this joke reaches its punchline, it will really be a punchline. All of us at Clothesline have missed you so much because you are the reason we exist. So it is great to see you again after so long. Not you, you pleased looking viewers. I'm not talking about you. I meant him.
Hello, good morning and welcome. What a morning this is for me. I don't know what the nation wants to know today, but today the game has just begun.
So viewers, I did miss you too, but mainly it's good to have him back, right? Because he is ushering in the golden age of journalism. That's right. This is the era where we are in the golden age. And that is why Newslaundry is so excited, because it's nice to see you too. Because while Arnab may be the nourishment that keeps us healthy, it's you, the viewer, that makes sure we stay alive to be nourished. So do subscribe and pay to keep news free. But back to the golden age and Arnab. For you, my Arnab, one welcome song is just not enough. Take two. Arnab, when you went off air, so did Clothesline. क्योंकि जब बैंड मास्टर ही नहीं तो हम नाचेंगे किस पे? When you went off air, our office was like this. But when you returned, the Clothesline team was like this. So you see, this is the love we have for Arnab. And all you Arnab fans who abuse us day in, day out, तुम हमारे प्यार को ना पहचान पाए. जब तक अर्नब चलेगा, तब तक हम चलेंगे. Arnab is to us like Basanti's dance was to Viru's life.
जब तक तेरे पैर चलेंगे उसकी सांस चलेगी.
We aren't obsessed with him. He's the reason we live. नहीं तो गब्बर कब का हमें बोर करके सुला चुका होता. But Arnab is not alone. Basanti is incomplete without Dhanno. 1, 2, 3. Not just Dhanno, but so many Dhannos. And this team of horses is pulling the chariot of news into the golden age of journalism. Yaar Arnab, mere jigar ke tukde. Easy BJP, don't get jealous. The whole nation has a right on him. He's not yours alone. So Arnab, don't get us wrong. तेरी दुकान बीजेपी चलाती होगी, लेकिन यार हमारी दुकान तो तुझसे ही चलती है ना. So don't mind it. But before we get into Republic TV's magnificent launch, let's get into what it did to Times Now. उन्होंने सोचा अर्नब आ रहा है Republic लेकर. So would make sense if we all went. Insane! I know that sounds ridiculous, but there is no other way to describe what happened at Times Now. First, they insulted Arnab big time by getting this guy to replace him.
From discouraging them to sign up and salute,
Fitte Mu, Commander Rahul. Salute is with right hand, not left. Sorry. General Sawant, please train him. But not only was it an insult to Arnab, it is also a great moment to plug the most favorite, often used line on Twitter. Bernaldo. And this line is for Navika. Yaar Navika, Rahul and not you. Then, to make matters worse, Times Now decided to break a major, exclusive, scoop-type story at the same time Arnab was launching The Republic and returning to the airwaves, which had been too quiet for too long. His big, super exclusive was, we'll tell you later. But Times Now tried to steal his thunder with their major scoop, which was, wait for it, that separatist leaders in Kashmir are on the payrolls of Pakistan intelligence agencies.
These agents of violence are hired by a dalal. This dalal is Shabbir Shah. Every word he speaks against India is paid for by Pakistan.
Isn't that awesome? I'm sure there is one person in a deep cave on the outskirts of Kadapa district who didn't know that ISI was paying separatists. It was a big revelation to that cave-dwelling Indian. Times Now thinks of the last man you see. So Times Now tried to steal Arnab's thunder by serving us baasi bread, pretending it's a freshly made vada. But Arnab was not bothered. His big, super exclusive showed how Lalu Yadav and infamous Don Shahabuddin are buddies and chit-chat on the phone.
नहीं कुछ नहीं खत्म है भाई एसपी आपका आज कुछ हुआ है हाँ हमको लगता है कि गोली वोली भी चली है पुलिस की तरफ से
यार Arnab, this though even that fellow living in the cave on the outskirts of Kadapa would know yaar. But I get it. Arnab knew that rival channels would try to maro a dangi on his launch by doing an even more spectacular story. So Arnab thought, मैं पहले दिन बासी ब्रेड से बना हुआ उपमा का बासी लेफ्टओवर सर्व करता ओल्ड स्टोरी को नई पैकेजिंग में डाल के Like that, the rivals would finish their exclusive scoop on the first day of my launch, and I will give my actual fresh exclusive scoop later. But here's the twist. Times Now knew that he would do this, so they outwitted him by serving an even more Purani and Baasi story on the day of Republic's launch. That can be the only explanation of two Prasaddi stories being touted as fresh scoops. Scoops to the, but not of fresh ice cream, but of old gobar. Jai Gau Mata Di. But Arnab ne bhi kachi goli nahi kheli hai. To outwit the competition on day 3, when the rivals thought his actual fresh scoop will be aired, he went with an even more Baasi story of Shashi Tharoor's late wife Sunanda Pushkar's mysterious death 3 years ago, with recordings from Kab ki 3 saal pehle, which I'm assuming should be the property of Times Now. Times Now, this is actually something that you can sue him on, not on that slogan of The Nation Wants to Know, since this story was done when he was in their employment, so all records will be the property of the employer. But anyway, Sanu ki, hum koi mushkil na paida karna chahte. Hum to chupchap apna kaam kar rahe hain. So तीसरे दिन भी बासी ब्रेड से बने हुए बासी उपमा का लेफ्टओवर का फंगस सर्व हुआ. Ah, the golden age. Here is what the golden age of journalism is bringing us.
कौन मिसहैपनिंग करेगा? लड़का लड़की कमरे के अंदर है, उसमें मिसहैपनिंग क्या होगी? गुंडागर्दी तो आपके लोगों ने की है.
Go and do an Ashtanga Pranam before the Gandhis. Tell them that I'm sitting there as your lapdog.
इतनी चोरी करेंगे तो पीस कहाँ से मिलेगा सर?
He's not psychiatrically stable. I suggest he gets himself admitted very quickly.
Bhupendra, would you watch pornography?
Just shut up now and listen to me.
Instead of wasting, you will be thrown out of this panel.
Do not dare to be patronizing with my colleague.
Now that's the kind of language that worms like you deserve.
No convincing answers. Now you're going out of the syllabus.
Get out of my show.
Nonsense.
Get out of my show. Out.
बासी खबरों का जमाना है. Guys, it's called news, not olds. If news was an edible product, you guys would be in jail for repackaging and selling old, mold-ridden Baasi khana. And your bulletins have the same effect as Baasi food. It stinks of laziness and causes badhazmi. But in a country where every wall is either a urinal or an advertisement for a bawasir, I guess India will embrace you. And also Arnab said all journalists must be nationalists, because as journalists, we have to defend our nation's interest. India first.
I am a nationalist. that being a nationalist is a prerequisite to being a journalist.
But yaar, Arnab, is that true for only Indian journalists or others also? Because pehle to tune ye kaha tha.
Let me begin by saying that the hegemony of Western media has to end.
Yaar Arnab, tu kare to Krishna Leela, wo kare to character dheela. Now, I don't know how long this golden age of journalism will last, but for the sake of Clothesline, I hope it never goes away because it makes our life so much easier. But for the sake of the news consumer, maybe it'll kill journalism before it can get back to sane. But before that, let's make the most of what we have. Check this out.
Even if she had committed suicide,
She has not committed suicide.
Even if she had,
She has not.
She couldn't have walked from one room to the other if she was.
She has not committed suicide.
It's very bad for a hotel reputation.
Yeah, Arnab, I don't know if anyone has told you this. You haven't even been to the crime scene or had access to any evidence or the lab tests or the body, so you might not be in a position to have cracked the case. And it's not like you could have extracted a confession from Tharoor by giving him the 3rd degree, which you really actually have.
Shashi Tharoor came back to the Leela Hotel. I'll see you on the other side. The Sunanda tapes are going to be breaking on the other side today. Shashi Tharoor, come out. We have surrounded you, Shashi Tharoor.
On the contrary, it was your reporter who claimed to have been physically assaulted.
Please take over. Why don't you come and speak?
So why are you harassing me like this? Why are you physically manhandling me? Why are you physically manhandling me?
Please come. I'm offering you a platform.
Why are you physically manhandling me? These are goons of Shashi Tharoor who are manhandling us. He punched me. His goons punched me here on live broadcast.
Here, while Arnab was doing all this on the Republic, here is what his former colleagues were up to.
चोर किसको बोला? चोर किसको बोला?
This reminded me of this.
इस चीज के ऊपर नहीं बोलने का बिल्कुल.
चोर किसको बोला?
यार इस चीज के ऊपर नहीं बोलने का.
चोर किसको बोला?
इस चीज के ऊपर नहीं बोलने का.
Navika, you really should join a music reality show as judge yaar with Anu Kapoor. Ekdam same.
Which is also known as Friday Fever.
I really think that suits you more. But going by what I've heard so far, you may not be the Nightingale of India. But then, what do I know? I also find it hard to believe you're a journalist. I never said that. They wrote it. They wrote it. You wrote it.
Do not challenge my 25 years experience.
I am just saying.
You have not been close to Parliament as many times as I have been inside it and covering it from the inside.
Okay, Sanuki, hum to chup-chap apna kaam kar rahe hain. We don't want to make any trouble. And in all this melee, what were the other nationalists doing? General Sawant was planning the ambush on a day where there was more news of violence and murder from Kashmir. Here is what he tweeted.
Systematic intelligence-based operations by small teams to neutralize terrorists needed. Army must deploy more extensively. No vacuum, please.
Isn't this like when we were kids and used to play commando, shouting nonsensical but important sounding instructions on the walkie-talkie, which was basically a pencil box held close to the mouth?
Oi, chal, meri bari. Okay, hello, come in, Eagle, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Charlie, Delta, Tango, over.
Roger that. Let's tango at 0400 hours at checkpoint Charlie Hebdo. Agent Delta is providing cover fire with an M249 light machine gun with titanium tip torpedo Tetra Tic Tacs. No vacuum left. Over.
अच्छा ठीक है चल मेरी बारी. Hello. अबे. Hello. Yeah. Charlie. Eagle has landed. Getting to rendezvous point on coordinate mentioned before above in vacuum. Rendezvous point has been sanitized. Over.
Exasperating farrago of distortions, misrepresentations, and outright lies being broadcast by an unprincipled showman masquerading as a journalist. Roger, out! Out!
अबे stop, ये cheating है यार. ये कुछ भी थोड़ा ना बोल सकते हैं. It has to make little bit sense. मैं नहीं खेल रहा. Over and out.
Nope. No such luck. This is the golden age of journalism. ऐसे वक्त में ऐसे ही होगा और इतने में इतना ही मिलेगा. It's great to be back on Clothesline and I can't tell you how much I've missed you. And this time, yes, I'm talking to you, the viewer. Well, that's a wrap for this time. If you saw any moments from journalism that made you go, oh wow, or oh crap, write into us or tweet to us. Subscribe to our newsletter and support our I Pay to Keep News Free campaign. We are the change. You are the change for better or worse. Never do nothing. Stay connected. Stay online. If you like that, click here to support us and down here to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and do check out the other stuff we do like News Laundry interviews, Why So Serious, animations, comics, panel discussions, podcasts which are really big, and much, much more.